She was hiding in plain sight the entire time. While everyone was focused on Tyler's return and Project Lois, the real mastermind was sitting behind a desk at Willow Hill answering phones and scheduling appointments. Judy Stonehurst, daughter of Augustus, first successful subject of outcast experimentation, and now Wednesday's most dangerous enemy. But here's what makes her terrifying. She's not just another villain with daddy issues. She's a self-made outcast who turned her father's twisted science into a business plan. And unlike Tyler, who was basically a puppet, Judy has been calling her own shots from day one. Today, we're breaking down how a harmless receptionist became the mastermind behind everything, why her bird powers are absolutely terrifying, and what her survival means for part 2. If you want to understand the real threat Wednesday is facing, you need to understand Judy. So let's dive in. Let's start with the obvious question. How did no one see this coming? Judy's introduction is brilliant misdirection. Soft-spoken receptionist, professional smile, the kind of person you completely forget about 5 minutes after meeting her. Even Wednesday, who literally suspects everyone treated her like background noise. But that wasn't an accident. That was calculated. Think about it. Judy had been watching Nevermore students for years. She knew exactly how they operated, what they looked for, what set off their red flags. She designed her whole persona to slip under their radar. While Tyler was making dramatic entrances and Laurel was playing the obvious, quirky teacher card, Judy was perfecting the art of being invisible. It's honestly genius when you think about it. Here's where Judy's story gets really messed up. Augustus Stonehurst wasn't just any mad scientist. He was a guy obsessed with becoming something he could never be. A normie desperate to join the outcast world, no matter how many people got hurt. His experiments on himself were total failures, painful, humiliating failures that eventually drove him completely insane. But before he lost it entirely, he had one success, his own daughter. Judy became proof that Augustus's experiments actually worked. A normie transformed into an aviary, one of the rarest outcast types, with the ability to control entire flocks of birds. But here's what makes her different from other created outcasts. She remembers what it was like to be powerless. She knows both sides, and that knowledge turned her into something way more dangerous than her father ever imagined. When Augustus had his breakdown and became a patient at his own facility, most people would have walked away. Judy saw an opportunity. She didn't just continue Project Lois, she completely reimagined it. Where Augustus saw scientific achievement, Judy saw dollar signs. Where he wanted personal transformation, she saw mass production. The setup was brilliant. Use Dr. Fairburn as the friendly face while she worked behind the scenes. Fake death certificates to make outcasts disappear. Underground labs where the real experimentation happened, and a steady supply of test subjects who officially didn't exist. But Judy's version wasn't about understanding outcast abilities, it was about stealing them. Imagine being able to sell werewolf strength, siren persuasion, or psychic visions to whoever could pay. She wasn't just creating outcasts, she was building a supernatural market. What makes Judy genuinely terrifying isn't just her powers, it's how methodical she is. She doesn't strike on impulse. She studies, she waits, she plans everything out. Look at how she handled Sheriff Galpin and Carl Bradbury. They were getting too close to the truth, so she took them out. But she didn't just kill them, she made their deaths send a message. The coordinated crow attacks, the way Galpin's eyes were removed, how public the murders were. She was basically telling anyone else who might investigate. This is what happens when you dig too deep. And then there's how she dealt with Wednesday. She had multiple chances to kill her, but she didn't take them. Why? Because she wanted to figure her out first. She wanted to know what made Wednesday tick, what her weaknesses were, how she could be controlled or eliminated. That's not typical villain behavior. That's predator behavior. Let's talk about why Judy's abilities are so uniquely horrifying. Most outcasts have straightforward powers. Werewolves transform, sirens mess with minds, psychics see visions. Judy controls murder weapons. Her birds aren't just animals, they're living weapons. They can spy, attack, create chaos, or execute surgical strikes. And they're literally everywhere. Think about the psychological impact. How do you feel safe when every crow outside your window could be reporting back to your enemy? How do you make plans when your opponent might be watching through dozens of different eyes? But here's what's even scarier. Judy's control goes way beyond normal animal behavior. She can make her birds do things that go against their instincts, coordinated attacks, complex surveillance, even self-destruct missions if needed. She's not just communicating with animals, she's turned them into extensions of herself. The Willow Hill breakout should have been game over for Judy. Lab destroyed, subjects freed, father dead, cover blown. Any normal villain would disappear and start over somewhere else. But Judy isn't normal. She's evolved past needing any of that stuff. Losing Willow Hill wasn't a defeat, it was liberation. She doesn't need facilities, equipment, or cover stories anymore. The real power was always in her head, and that walked out with her. Now she can operate however she wants, and that's what makes part two so dangerous. So, what's Judy's next move? I think she's done playing the long game, the destruction of everything she built, getting humiliated by Wednesday and Fester. That's personal now. My theory, she's going after the people who matter most to Wednesday, not for experiments, but for revenge. Enid, Thing, maybe even Morticia and Gomez. She'll use her birds to watch them, learn their patterns, and then strike when they're most vulnerable. But there's another possibility that's even more terrifying. What if she's not done with Project Lois? What if the real plan was never about the facility, but about perfecting herself? We know she can control birds, but what if that was just phase one? What if she's been experimenting on herself, adding new abilities, becoming something beyond any single outcast type? Here's why Judy is more dangerous than any villain Wednesday has faced. She actually understands the game. Tyler was powerful, but controlled by others. Laurel Gates was smart, but completely obsessed. Judy is both intelligent and independent. She's patient, resourceful, and has proven she can adapt and survive pretty much anything. She's also the first villain who really gets Wednesday. She sees her as a kindred spirit, someone willing to break rules, someone who operates outside normal boundaries. That understanding means she can predict Wednesday's moves and counter them. But most importantly, she represents something Wednesday has never had to face before, a fake evil outcast. Judy Stonehurst's transformation from forgotten receptionist to master manipulator is honestly one of the best villain reveals I've seen in a while. Part 2 is going to test not just Wednesday's abilities, but who she really is. Because beating Judy won't just require being smarter or stronger, it'll require being better. What do you think Judy's next move will be? Is she planning revenge or something even bigger? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into Wednesday's villains and mysteries, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. I'm Raphael CG, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey you guys, it's Bright tonight. We're here with a quick update on Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She is giving her customers an update on their orders. As we know, she is an artiste, and she is also bullying a lot of the content creators that have focused their most of their content on her and everything going on with her. So we have a couple things to talk about. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys. So first, let's go over this post that she shared announcing that she is pausing orders from her new art business. And I don't even like to call it an art business, and I don't like calling her an artist because what she's doing requires so little talent. I would much rather spend my money on, have you all seen those paintings where people will have their dogs do like paw print or nose print paintings? I would much rather have that hanging in my house than anything that she has created, touched, or even come in contact with. But she posted this and it was over on Instagram, and she said, "Order update. Hi, friends. I just wanted to share a quick update. I'm currently pausing new custom painting orders for the time being. As many of you know, I'm not only an artist, I'm also a full-time mama to my sweet 7-month-old daughter. Balancing motherhood and my art is such a joy, but it also means I need to slow down for a bit to give my best to both. Ma'am, you are once in a while creating a very poorly made splatter art, whatever you want to call it. Did you know that there are a lot of single moms and single dads that not only raise their child or children, but also work full time? And you, just a couple months into being an artist, are saying that you need a break. Imagine if you tried to do this with your full time employer. You go on maternity leave, you come back, and 6 weeks into being back, you say that you need to take a 2-week vacation. It's just the entitlement. It's the I can do what I want when I want. It's still Gypsy's world, and she expects everyone else to just live in it. If you already have a custom order placed, don't worry. I'll still be completing your piece and getting it out, or getting it shipped out to you as promised. I'm so excited to create something special for you all again when I reopen orders. I'm sure I'll let everyone know when the time comes. Thank you so much for your patience, understanding, and support, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Tomato, tomato. I'm completely appalled and disgusted by her presence on social media from the moment that she stepped out of prison up until this moment right here. I think that the entire thing is just, it reeks of entitlement, greed, platforming somebody that, in my opinion, should still be in prison. Let's also talk about how the little gremlin that sat on YouTube for over an hour a few months ago and did an entire TED talk all about bullying and how laws need to change and how she has been treated so poorly by people on social media, and people need to take into consideration the things that they're saying online, whether it's a public figure or a celebrity, it doesn't matter. She did this entire over 1 hour rant. I reacted to it. My reaction will be down below if you missed it. But she has now been shown by one of her friends who released these videos where Gypsy puts on these really annoying, stupid filters over on Snapchat and impersonates and makes fun of some of the content creators that have covered her, especially the content creators that have covered her very heavily on TikTok. Those seem to be the ones that she is really focused on in this video. She might think that this is parody and funny and it's all laughs and, somebody is getting a taste of their own medicine because she's responding or reacting to them. I think that this just makes her even worse of a hypocrite than she already has been by putting these videos together. I don't think they're funny. I don't think they're quirky or cute or anything to look twice at. I will include them for context, as I always do. But you went on and on and on about how you are a victim of bullying on social media and how you wanted to take the power back and people need to think about it. And these are all the issues that I've experienced during my time online, only to make these videos of other content creators.
I really want to talk about the dangers of cyberbullying. I think that in America and honestly all over the world, we are facing a huge problem with cyberbullying right now. The areas in which I think are the pitfalls of social media is that yes, there's community guidelines that are put in place on these platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. So there are community guidelines that are put in place to prevent cyberbullying, harassment, doxing, and what have you. But the problem lies is that there is a local law, there is state laws, there's federal laws. However, if you are in a situation that you're being harassed or bullied from someone in another state, say I'm in Louisiana and I'm being bullied from someone in a different state. Okay, my local law enforcement will not know how to handle something that is a federal situation. And that is, I think, the biggest pitfall that people face when combating online bullying. The amount of people that I have seen personally myself be able to say such heinous and horrible things online with little to no reprimand by these companies or social media guidelines. It's disturbing, and I really feel like this is an issue that does not get talked about enough, and it goes beyond me. It's not just me that I am, speaking about this on. Time and time again, I have seen friends go through it. I've seen Ken go through it. I've seen my family go through it. And the level of just shit that they have to deal with when just living their lives. And a lot of people are really just kind of unfiltered. And we live in a society that people think it's okay to say the worst things that they can come up with, and it just go under the rug. And in a sense, it does. So let's get down to the nitty gritty of it right now. So for me, I can speak on my own personal experience. I have a criminal history. And with that being said, there are certain, I guess you could say, opinions and certain things that I have to deal with as, number one, a felon, number two, on parole, currently on parole, getting off of parole in about 2 weeks and 6 days. But the duration of my parole, the amount of bullying and harassment that I have had to go through is insane. Everything from people reporting me to my parole officer, and these are false reports, which I will make a separate video explaining the conditions of parole, and how all these people were like, she violated her parole, and it wasn't true, which kind of leads into gossip and the amount of danger and damage that gossip can do on someone's reputation. So we have a lot to talk about, and I would love to be able to open up my comment sections. But as a mother, a mother to a 5-month-old, I am not able to go in and pick apart each comment and approve and delete. That's just way too much. I don't have that much time. So I think right now I want people to have these conversations with their family, with themselves, their loved ones, their sisters, their brothers, because this is an issue that I feel I watch on a daily basis. And I am baffled at how little can be done in the moment, or even at all, to prevent and have repercussions on the bullies. And I just want to start by saying nobody's perfect, okay? I think that if you have ever said you've got an argument in the comment section and you're like, oh, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, that's online bullying. I'm guilty of it. I'm sure you are too. Nobody is perfect. But the point is, it's not a matter of if we are guilty of it or not. It's about, hey, we've probably done it in our life, and it's not okay. And that behavior needs to stop. And just recognizing that we are all individuals, that you don't know me, I don't know you. I don't know what's going on in your mindset. You don't know what's going on in mine. You don't know if I'm having a hard day. I don't know if you're having a hard day. So with that being said, you never know someone's mindset and what their breaking point is, what they can take, what they can handle. So many cases I've been kind of looking at are teens and individuals who suffer from depression. So if someone is suffering from depression and you're calling them names like ugly, fat, stupid, like all of the names that you can think of, that you never know if your words are going to be the thing that triggers them to do the unthinkable and unalive themselves, potentially unalive themselves. You don't know that. So the words that you say could have a huge lasting impact on someone's life, someone's mental health. You have more power than you think. If someone is like, I don't let the comments get to me, I don't look at it, you do. You do. Hey everybody, it's Keish. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in the live. Hi Morbid. Oh my god. Is that Gypsy? She just entered the chat. God, what's up, dipshit? Like, I don't care if she's in here. Like, I'm not gonna block her anyway. I don't block anybody, so it's fine. I just want people to know. I'm so sorry. This is hard to talk about. I just want people to know that if I go missing, call the FBI. Because Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the one that did it. No, I've never had any interaction with her. But I'm pretty sure she stalks me from like 50 different accounts. Like, I've traced it back to her. So if I end up with her mom, know where to look. Gypsy! Girl, I am still waiting on that friend request. You know I want to be friends on Facebooks. It doesn't matter if I have Brian's on there. I'll kick him off and add you. I know that's what you want. You want to be my best friend. I know all about it. You ain't gotta hide it, girl. I see you. We'll be best friends. And you know what? On weekends, I will share Ryan's with you. We can just sleep in the same beds. That's good with me. I'm not a jealous type at all. I'm all about it. Where's the Pepsi? Sorry. Yeah. The more you talk about me, the more people you bring to my page. Hello, it is Sir Morbid X coming to you live from YouTube. So today we're going to talk about Gypshit and the rest of the fucked up Blanchards. God only knows what we're going to talk about tonight, but I'm sure I'll find something because I'm weirdly obsessed, you know. Alsha's kind of cute, so I'd probably want to tap that. But don't tell anybody that. Child, you better get your coasters ready because the tea is piping hot. So let me tell you what Gypsy Blanchard did. So, allegedly, she took a shit today. Yeah. And sources say, well, all I'm going to say is that we all know, like all of us know, that there is no nutrition from corn. Let me know what you think in the comments.
There's a TikToker that I have mentioned previously. She was not covered in this group of videos that were released of Gypsy basically bullying people that have covered her. Her name is Ash Too Trippy. And what she said is, if it's an eye for an eye, then the world will go blind. So while some people might look at this as, oh, well, she's just getting payback for the things that these people have said, at what point is it going to stop? You want to call yourself an artist, an advocate, a mom, a content creator, an author, whatever label you want to throw on yourself this week. I really don't care too much about that, because when videos like these are released, whether it's from you or from someone else, whether you call them a friend or an enemy, it really reminds people of how grossly immature, vile, and cruel you still are at your core. Not to mention, just to close out my thoughts on this entire disaster, the way that she has made these videos and the mimicking and making fun of and filters, I don't know how anyone could come online and actually post these videos. You're not even being funny about it. And the last thing I want to say is this clip that she does on Sweet Ash O'Neill. I don't know who this person is, but my God, that eye is wandering all around. And I've said before, I think that Gypsy's eye wanders when she is being untruthful, when she's lying, or when she's really mad. So bravo to all of these creators, because Gypsy Rose Blanchard is very clearly watching you very closely, even though she claims that she doesn't watch all of the hate that's being made from these content creators. She does watch y'all, and you made her mad enough that eye was wandering all around. So, how embarrassing. How embarrassing to know that this is your mother. Imagine this poor little girl that she is raising coming onto social media years from now and seeing all of the disgusting, terrible things on top of the crime that Gypsy did once she was released. So she's going to have to dissect and understand the crime and everything that took place leading up to it, the crime itself. But then we're also going to have to know that she is trying to dissect what Gypsy was doing in prison with all of the emails and all of the cosplay and weird stuff she was doing behind bars, and then everything that has unfolded since her release. I feel bad for this child. And that's about all I have to say about this mess. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
All right, look, I was trying to mind my business, but I have to warn you guys because I don't want you guys to get into some BS. Mommy murderer Gypsy Rose Blanchard is out here selling her art. And you know her friend Bree likes to dox people and they're like thicker than thieves. I'm saying this because if you buy her artwork, it is a strong possibility that she is going to give your information to Bree and dox you. I'm saying that because she has doxed me. She has doxed a family member of mine. And yeah, I had to file a police report on this girl. So I'm just letting you guys know you might not want to buy any artwork from Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Uh, yeah, I'm just trying to give y'all fair warning so nobody could say that they wish somebody would have warned them that they would have got doxxed. Keep in mind, you're supporting the girl who unalived her mom for sausage anyway, but I digress. I'm minding my business on that because y'all do what you do. I'm just saying, you know, you know your parents tell you not to give your information to strangers, but you really don't give your information to a murderer, but you know, do you, Bookie? And she will just dox you for telling the truth and showing the receipts. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that's what they do. Kanye's back on big screen, but not like you want to see. 6 years and 3,000 hours of chaos. This is in whose name? Baby, buckle up. You know the name Ye, and this doc covers the full upgrade from Kanye to Ye, the one who lost his meds, doubling down on autism over bipolar, massive stirrups in the headlines, and baby silent camera access to every meltdown and major moment. Are y'all ready for this? I don't know, child. And if you think that's wild, this is gonna blow your mind. Guess who's guest starring? Kim Kardashian. She's breaking down when she saw him not be him. Baby, and when he became Ye, the real relationship is hitting a real wall and no filter. Yeah, she's going through all of that with us. This is that peak moment, okay? It's raw and unedited. From Sunday service to shocking social media drops. It's everything from grief to grief struggle, and we're getting it all on the big screen September 19th. Imagine watching that on a theater hush. Baby, whether you're a Ye stan or skip to Yeezy, this doc is going to deliver the chapter break we've all been waiting for. September 19th, clear your calendars because we're watching Ye unfold his real life. And baby, I don't know if we're ready for this, but I am. They're saying Wendy Williams' cognitive test supports dementia, and the diagnosis is wild, but the timing, we need to talk about this. Her guardian just told the court that Wendy's medical evaluation is complete and the test backs up the diagnosis. Sounds straightforward until you realize Wendy herself has denied having dementia in the past and even passes her assessment test according to her camp. This is a second major update in 24 hours. First, the evaluation is done. Then the test confirms the diagnosis. That's not random. That's kind of a back-to-back PR drop that happens to land in the right timing for the Guardian extension hearing. It's framing the narrative for the judge and the public, and something's not right about that. We did hear Wendy Williams on Hot 97 speaking to Charlemagne. We did hear her speak to Harvey, and she was fine. Why is this not aligning with the original diagnosis the next day or days later that she was tested for? And noticing all of this is coming from her guardian's filings and select outlets, no new footage, no statement from Wendy herself, nothing unfiltered. Okay, which means the only voice we're hearing from is the people who are controlling access to her estate. And her guardianship case often does this. They drop healthy updates exactly when like legal decisions are coming up. So the public already is primed to agree with what they're saying. I'm not saying she's magically cured. I'm saying they're rolling this out a little too tidy. And 2 days of headlines and zero direct to Wendy, keep your eyes open because when these updates start lining up with the court dates, it's usually not just about her health. It's about controlling the narrative. Y'all know I will tell you the truth, but I will not tell you a lie. This is my favorite. Look, these are two totally empty bottles. The original one I got at a TikTok shop event a couple of months ago. And what was so funny is nobody was actually trying to grab this up. And I could not understand why after I tried it. When I say any breakout that I had, it totally stopped it. Using this every day has been life-changing for me. But they also sent me something else additional, and I really, really like this. This is called the Deep Relief Acne Treatment. I put it on a bump last week. It was right here. Maybe you can see it now. When I said put it on there and it went away overnight, baby, get it. Now, this is a treatment. This is not an everyday thing, but this is every day. When you know you like something, show me your empties. I was so distraught when this was empty. In fact, I recommended this to one of my friends, and here's the text message down here. She tried it, and she was like, it said for acne. I thought it wasn't going to be good for your skin, but it changed my skin. Don't ever say I didn't tell you guys anything, because I'm telling you, this will have your skin amazing. This is the assassin for any breakouts, anything. I've been using something else, and I'm going to show you guys later. But this, it's a go, especially my college girlies, my adult acne girlies, anybody that has like super dry skin or a lot of blackheads or big pores. Don't say I didn't tell you anything, because you know every time I show you guys something, y'all get back in the comments like, yes, I loved it. I did it again. Hold up. Wendy Williams' medical test is done and dusted, but the guardianship drama is not over yet? The court hit pause on the lawsuit for what? Let's unpack it, because they're really starting to piss me off. After months of Wendy fighting for her freedom, Wendy finally finishes her brain scan and a neuro test, and experts finally have an opinion now on whether or not she can actually make her own life decisions, and even about the A&E documentary. But they're still playing games? Why is the court still playing games? Her guardian is now saying, let's hold off on the A&E case in court, okay? Please decide if we still need a guardian first. Wait, a 3-month pause? But A&E is like, okay, cool story, sis. When do we depose Wendy? Baby, the drama. What this really means, this isn't a win yet, baby. It's a stall button. Even though the test is in, the judge calls on the guardian will determine if Wendy's rights get restored or not, legally, financially, and emotionally. So yes, she's medically evaluated, but that doesn't mean her freedom. And that is what really irritates me. The court is playing chess while she's still in the guardian's responsibility. Y'all stay tuned, because no one's calling free Wendy quite yet. And that does not make me happy. Free Wendy. I had to make another video because Bill Iverson, child, that man is so funny. But what I think is so funny is that he's the Rush King. And I truly believe that, because to see how calm he was, and he was able to get the parents on board. And, you know, he was able to throw a little bit of shade, a little bit of jokey jokes in there. But he's very respected because he is a sharpshooter, and he tells you exactly what it is and what it's going to take. And I love the way, you know, he said, if somebody says something bad about your child, that is not your friend. I'm here for it. The fact that he made that very clear to her mom, Emily's mom, right away, I was loving that. I love the fact that he was so direct, though. I think we need to appreciate more people like that, because he did not beat around the bush. He just said straight up, like, yeah, you know, I mean, your hair not looking too good either. So, and the fact that her daughter was already saying that, it's just so funny, the dynamics of this. And of course, he makes for great TV. I would love to see him on more shows, because I think he is really funny. In fact, I would love to see another season of Bama Rush, or Rush Talk, or Sorority Guide for Moms. I think that it's very entertaining. And just seeing how overly the top these moms are, and not specifically Emily's mom, just overall. One mom was like, I think I need to be medicated. It's just the fact that they know it. It just makes me laugh, because being a mom is not the easiest thing in the world. But it's very funny when they want what their kids are doing just as bad as them, if not more. So I just thought this was really funny. And Bill, you are funny. I would love to see you on TV more. So Lifetime said Rush Talk, but make it TV, and gave us Rush Week, All or Nothing. And y'all, it delivered. Emily from Auburn, baby, she's my new hero. She got a bid from a house and straight up turned it down. Like, no, ma'am, not my vibe. That's basically sorority Russian roulette. But the plot twist is later she got a bid from the house she actually wanted to be at. Her actual dream house. Was it risky? Absolutely. Was it iconic? 10 out of 10. Then there's Isabella at Ole Miss. Now she's full on pageant girl. Okay. Hair flips, perfect pronunciation of all the sorority names, smiling like she's in a Hallmark movie. She was playing Rush like she was a seasoned politician, baby. Okay. Isabella didn't come here to play. And the whole thing was narrated by Brandis Bradley, who delivered it like the Morgan Freeman of Greek life. Okay. Baby, she was fabulous, calm, a little bit of shady, but absolutely fabulous. The whole process, honestly, looked exhausting. I know on TikTok they make it look amazing, but they look like they were going through some things. Okay. It was the literal Hunger Games. But they had matching skirts and clouds of perfume and door chants that would wake up the dead child. But if you've ever been on Rush Talk, you have to watch this. I'm hooked and slightly stressed from my couch, but baby, it was definitely a great watch. And Emily proved you can say no to the wrong house and still end up in the right one. Lifetime, you messy little genius, you. But do a season 2, please. Right, it's Philanthropy Day 2. And let's look at this skirt. I'm living for these bows, and I'm starting to feel like it's a trend this year. I always love bows, but you're eating down with the bows. Your necklace, so cute. I love the colors together, the yellow and the blue together, top tier. And your hair color, girl, you're eating. All right, this is a 4 pair, and I was so excited to see them in blue. I'm noticing there's a trend of blue today, and I think their skirts and shorts are so cute, and they're so unique. It's like so detailed in each and every one of them. But this solid blue one, I am really living for the detailing. But I love flowers and I love the blue. Y'all look amazing. I love the jewelry. Everybody's hair. Chef's kiss. Let's give it up for the earrings. And the skirt needs a moment of silence for itself. But the earrings, the haircut, like, girl, you're just so trendy. Like, such a, I don't know. I feel like you're that girl that everybody asks, what hairstyle should I get? What skirt should I wear? Because, girl, the way you are coordinating, top tier. I promise you guys, every time she comes up on my FYP, I live for it. And the screenshots that I get of her are so funny because they're just like, I'm trying to catch a screenshot and she moves a lot. I'm going to show you some of them so you guys can understand. And girl, if you don't like this, let me know. I will take this video down just for you. Look at this one. I thought it was so funny because it's like she's asking us a question. In my mind, when I see this picture, it's like she's asking me a question. Look at this too. One, it was funny because she moves so fast in her videos. And I try to get the best pictures to compliment them because I know that they're rushing, but I just want to make sure, I mean, rushing out the door, not rushing for Bama. But I just want to make sure I get the best pictures. But when I was looking through the screenshots today, I was like, it's funny that every time she comes up on the screen, I'm always like, oh my gosh, she's so animated and so much fun. But I always get the funniest screenshots, and it's only her that it happens with. But I sent her, I actually put a message in one of her comments like, girl, I really love when you come up on my screen. And now you know even more why, because you're so animated and I love it. Hey, this is Miss Izzy Darnell. First of all, let's give it up for the skirt. The skirt is so cute. It's giving preppy girl. I love it. The scarf. It's like you should be walking down Central Park. Isn't it giving those vibes? It's top tier. Athena, I'm telling you, I live for your shades every day. And this skirt, it is so unique. I love the detailing of this skirt. I love the color. I love everything about it with your shades and your rush bag, girl, you're eating. And I saw you wear California girl. I said, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so remember, Mallory goes to Auburn, but since I accidentally mistaked her for a Bama girl and she's been slaying every day, I've just been keeping her in the roster. But look at this skirt and her shirt. Girl, it's top tier. top tier. And your shoes with this skirt, you're eating down. Okay, so let's check Sadie out. She has this, I believe it's navy blue, but the skirt is so cute. I love the style of the skirt. And that's what's so cool about a lot of these skirts is that the style of the skirts are either form-fitted or loose or flurry. Like they're all so different and I love how unique they look on them. But her skirt is super cute and I love her hair. Girl, I don't know how you're not I don't know how you're getting your hair to stay like this. I live in Texas and the humidity is so bad. And I'm in Dallas and it's not the worst, but it's pretty bad. I don't know how you do it. Chef's kiss. Let's give it up for the skirt again. These skirts are so gorgeous. But I feel like I caught such an awesome shot of you. I was like, oh, she's probably gonna like this shot. Your hair, chef's kiss, jewelry, chef's kiss, and I really love your bedding and your little stuffed animal. It's so cute. Girl, again, how do you do it every day? Your skirts are always so unique, but they're so pretty and so different, and you slay it every day. And I really want to know what hair products y'all are using because it seems like every one of you are slaying walking out the door. And I just need to know, like, what is the hair serum you're using? What conditioner are you using? Like, how are you doing this every day? Like, why are brands not sponsoring like y'all with shampoos and stuff? Because the way y'all's hair look, yeah. Chef's kiss. Riley, baby, I'm sorry that I couldn't get a better screenshot. You look absolutely gorgeous, but I'm sure you would have rather me get one with you smiling. And I tried so many times, but you were moving so fast. And you were so hyped. If y'all didn't go see Riley's video, go see it because she's so excited and so amped. And her friend, look how cute her friend's skirt is. And look at her skirt. Like they look so cute, but you need to watch her video so you can see her energy. The level of energy she has, I'm like, girl, I want to be like you when I grow up because I'm only like that at the top of the morning when I take my Adderall. Like she was so excited, enthusiastic. I'm like, girl, I'm here for you. Let's give it up for the skirt because she managed to wear blue and add all these colors and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this skirt, but I love colors. If you can't tell, you guys are probably shocked. Miss Kendall, look at her skirt. She's rocking the blue. I am really curious. It's like, is there a code today for the blue? Because I'm loving this blue. This skirt is super cute. And look at her hair. I love the way she styled it with little waves. It looks so cute in your jewelry. I'm here for it. Chef's kiss. Girl, you do it every day. But all of y'all do it. Let's talk about Miss Gigi. Look at this skirt, this zipper. I love the denim. I've never seen a skirt with this particular zipper. I don't know if you all have, but I really love it. And I love the jewelry. Your necklace is chef's kiss every day, and I love it. And your hair color, let's not even go there because you know you're slaying. So this is Miss Tanisha. I love her hair. This is the first time we're seeing it pulled up. It looks really pretty. I love your earrings. I love your skirt. She said originally the skirt was longer, but she made it shorter. And her jewels, but the hair, girl, I love being able to see your face. Your hair looks amazing. Let's give it up for these shorts. Do you see those flowers? Girl, the level of a sleigh that this is out of this world. Those flowers are gorgeous. The shorts, like everything about it, your shoes, everything about it. I absolutely love these shorts. Last but not least, these two. Look at the skirts. I love the detailing of the skirts, but they're both, I believe, wearing blue, or one is wearing black. But I think when I looked up close, it was like dark blue. I'm not sure. But the detailing in her skirt, gorgeous. These shoes, cute. Your necklaces, you're giving clean girl aesthetic, and I'm here for it. And these waves, How are you guys managing to keep these waves? Because I have tried everything, including the Color Wow or Wow hair products. And yeah, it gets my hair to stay more than a lot of other hairsprays, but not like the way y'all are slaying. Give it up for ads because this skirt is so cute. We're finally seeing a pink skirt. I absolutely love this skirt. And I really love the style of it because it's giving like fringe at the end, but at the top it's form fitting. It's super cute. I love her jewelry and of course her smile, her hair every day. Her hair looks amazing, but her smile, her jewelry, absolutely gorgeous. I had already recorded and I added these two ladies in because I was like, oh my gosh, they showed up on my FYP. I have to add them. But look at this skirt. The detailing is gorgeous. I love the buttons. I love her jewelry, her hair. Again, chef's kiss. They do it every day. Like they're slaying every day, and I need to know how y'all manage to do that. But this is what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye for now. All right, y'all. This is day 5 of Bama Rush, day 3 of philanthropy. A lot of girls did not post today because they didn't have houses today, but I'm showing you guys everybody that has. This is Athena, and you know this is my girl. She stays super fly. Her hair slaying. She didn't put on the shades today, so I missed the shades, girly. But regardless, you still shine. And I love this skirt. Y'all, let's talk about the flowers on this skirt. First of all, the way Athena be slaying every day, like she looks like she should be walking a runway. Girl, chef's kiss. Oh, Izzy didn't post today. She posted about Bama Bound, but not Rush. But she posted this last night, and I had to share this with y'all because I thought this was hilarious. So she put "I love a Wingstop," and it's saying me watching my DoorDash. And low key, you know, when you're watching DoorDash, you probably do be looking like that laying in the bed. I was weak when I saw this. All right, so this is Miss Kendall. Let's talk about this skirt because I love the fact that she has like a slight train. It's so cute. I love the fringing. I also love the fact that she has the pink sneakers to match her Panhellenic sign. So I love, 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 love that. Sorry, y'all. But one thing I really, really do like is your bracelet. But y'all can't really see it on here. I was trying to get a good shot, but I was really struggling because, you know, taking screenshots, it's just not, there's no way to get it perfect. Y'all, let's give it up for her hair. And that jewelry, that necklace, girl, chef's kiss. But this skirt, super unique. I love the colors. They look absolutely beautiful on you. I think the colors against your skin look really great as well. But girl, your hair, I don't know what y'all are doing, but can you tell us your secrets? Put them in your TikTok shop. We're here for it. So she didn't give us an OOTD, but I saw her skirt and I was like, we gonna have to stop Miss Girl because that skirt is cute. Her earrings, I love her hair pulled back as well. Her hair pulled back is so gorgeous, and her jewelry, y'all. Girl, you did that. But you know, this is my girl too. Look at these shorts, the color, the style, everything about it. It gives classy, elegant, very Park Avenue. That's what I feel when I see this. It's very Park Avenue. Like, yes, Lodi doll. Her and her friends. I want to show you these skirts though, because this flower skirt over here, baby, it is so, so pretty. I love the print. This skirt right here, I'm here for it too. And I think Fran doesn't have a house today. She'll probably have one tomorrow, but these shorts are so cute. I actually love this style of shorts. My daughter does too when she's 11. So, you know, y'all setting the trend for my baby because she's looking at these like, mommy. And look at her necklace. I love it. The jewelry on everybody looks really good. And y'all rocking the golden gooses. I'm here for it. Chef's kiss. I had to move out the way and give this skirt all the glory. Let's give it a moment of silence for the skirt. Silence, not silence. But this skirt is giving. Her hair flawless, like always. But let's talk about these earrings. Girl, it's chef's kiss, especially because you don't have pink on other than the little bit on the shirt. But it just gives a little pizzazz, and I love it. And your jewelry too, girl. You're slaying. And your hair is always a slay. What's new? Y'all remember that Mallory is rushing at Auburn, and I accidentally mistaked her for Bama the first day, but I'm including her every day because she's been slaying. And this dress, girl, this yellow chef's kiss. The style of the dress is absolutely gorgeous, but the shoes, the jewelry, the hair, girl, you outdid yourself today. You outdid yourself. I love this style. And so here's little Miss Sadie. Let's talk about this skirt. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the skirt. I really love the fact that the skirt goes on theme with the Panhellenic shirt. It's just so cute. It looks amazing on her. Her jewelry, her hair. I'm telling you, these girls have the best hair, and we need to find out what products are they using. Like, can y'all put it in your TikTok shop so we can purchase it from you guys? Because your hair is slaying every day. You know, this is my girl too. She's so funny. Yo, I wish you guys could watch her videos, like her whole video, because she is the hype girl. And I love that. You always need that friend to be like, girl, what are you thinking? You got this. You're the bomb. She is such a hype woman. You got to watch her page. She's so encouraging. And I feel like any house that has her is going to be very, very lucky. You know, this is Miss Tanisha. First of all, this skirt. Ah, girl, you were serving in a way that is absolutely insane for you to slay every single day. And this skirt is no different. I love the way your hair looks. These curls, it's so, 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 so pretty. Your jewelry, and you definitely give very diplomatic. And I could totally see that you're a pageant girl, even if I didn't see your profile picture. So this is Elena. She normally is in Panhellenic, but today she doesn't have a house until later. And I wanted to post, but I didn't want to forget her. Yo, let's talk about this top that she has on. It is so cute. And her pants, she said she's running some errands. I love her hair pulled back. She's so gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Look at her jewelry, though. Girl, if this is how you run errands, I'm a hater. Because, girl, let's talk about this girl's hair. Every day, her hair looks like she just came out of a salon. I really want to know what y'all are doing. But your skirt is serving. Serving. And I see both of you guys had the same skirt, Riley and you. And it's funny because it looks very different on you both, but it's absolutely gorgeous on the both of you. And Riley, I forgot to mention your skirt because you were such a hype woman that I totally forgot about your outfit, but you look super cute. Okay, y'all, I forgot to add her picture the other day, but I went back to look at her third day so that I could add it to day 5. Let's talk about this skirt. She is so trendy. I love how trendy and edgy she is, but this skirt is absolutely stunning. Your haircut, girl, I am telling you, you picked the right haircut because it looks so cute on you. Oh, look at her shoes. I had to take this particular picture because I wanted to make sure you guys saw these gold shoes. I absolutely love gold. If you know me, pink, gold, white, and purple are my favorite colors. And baby, this gold looks stunning on her. I love the white shorts and even the jewelry and her earrings. It makes the shoes pop. I mean, this girl is like such a trendsetter. Let's give it up for the skirt. I love this skirt. It's absolutely adorable. Now, also look at these earrings. These earrings and her lipstick. She says she has a Tarte lipstick on. I don't know if she tagged it in her TikTok shop, but y'all go check this out because her lipstick is gorgeous. All right, y'all. Those are the ladies I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day and roll tide.
Hi.